Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Today, I'm coming up here to talk about this sextile energy for a little bit before I decide to pull some tarot cards. Today is January 26, 2025. As I was examining and looking over everything, I said, this sextile energy is bringing in a lot of relationship energy. And relationships could be determined any kind of way that we want to, whether it's with an animal, whether it's with nature, even the one with inside of ourselves, even the one that we have with our natal chart connection. The sun is currently in Aquarius at this present time, and I feel like Aquarius is rising up this new age energy of mindfulness. Mindfulness has been out for now for a minute, whether it's through yoga or anything else. You can find much literature online in bookstores and everywhere else to talk about mindfulness. Mindfulness is a process that has been used to treat trauma and trauma behaviors and thoughts. It has gone a long way. So it would be a great tool that the planetary alignment would use to kind of open up doors for us, whether it's within or without, as above and so below. So in New Age religion, also, there's been, when it comes to the sun and it's being in Aquarius and using mindfulness, the solar flashes is kind of great to create these percentiles that you will see throughout my clips in this video. These percentage are kind of used to be a creative tool to help you on your personal journey. It's a great divination tool to understand mindfulness, for example, on how much energy is to be applied to any situation. Like on the 27th, this is 4%. Within a 3 hour frame, something could really stress you out for 3 hours long. And during this 3 hour period of time, give 4% of your energy. Try not to go over that to stay in a safety net. Or maybe you want to sit here and use it for your natal chart. Check out where the alchemy, because each zodiac sign we dealing with elements. We're dealing with fire, water, earth, and air. Those things constellate, they come up, and you can sit back and see yourself in that 4%, 12%, 11%, 18% as the video goes. You could be able to see it. And it might require you to meditate on 3 hours. So maybe that 3 hours is going to get broken down in a 4% range throughout maybe a 2 month span. So I put these little notes here to kind of help out, but also talk about the daily energy that's also going on. Because sextiles are commonly known as a 60-degree angle between two planets. And as you can see, some of these planets was really together on some of these days. Just like on the 28th, we have 8 of them that really have sextiles going on. So how will you break down, how will you get 12% of a 60-degree angle into these situations? And it's good to check the houses to try to break it down and figure it out because we're doing mindfulness. So even though within all of this that's going on during this time, right? In this 7 day journey, you will notice that Pluto and Mars maintain a whole sextile through all this time frame and this energy. And during this sextile, it's been some planets that came and visit, and some of them, like you will see the Chiron came around. Um, and the Chiron on the 29th is with the moon, and then Chiron on February the 1st going to be with the sun. Okay. So Chiron coming in and out of some of these with this sextile energy, so these percents will also help in these time frames and these hours, will also help you gather better information to prepare for your daily goal, your mindfulness journey as we go through things. Now, in this mindfulness journey with so much other things going on in the world, And with also Venus being in Pisces during this journey too. So Venus I feel like Venus like Pisces a little bit, right? It could get comfortable. It knows that Piscean energy is all about creation, flamboyant, is willing to go through certain rigid storms and stuff. And when Venus herself has a Taurean energy and a Liberian energy that's coming off, with those two energetic energies, even though they could be associated in the current planetary positions with other planets, it doesn't leave our subconscious mind that Venus associate with Taurus or Libra. So we must consider this percentile as this time goal in mindfulness because we have a lot of logic that need to be there. So some people opinions and everything just might clash and some of them just might get along. It ain't gonna be a great time to probably meet new people. This business is going to be a little bit awkward. I really do feel like business and financial things is going to be awkward. It's going to be hit and miss for a little bit right now, right? So I don't know about how much to invest into business. I would say definitely go by what you have because with Venus being in Pisces and with this solar flashes with Aquarian energy that's coming off of mindfulness, we could be very empathic a whole lot. And not only that, our skin is the largest organ we got. Well, how do you think organs actually work? So your skin is your satellite. It is your receiver to that information as you wake up, as you walk into your day, after you take your shower to help you feel good and great. So just be mindfulness about all that's going on. And the fact that also on February the 1st, Uranus is sextiling with the new moon in Pisces with Pluto too. And I'm going to sit here, I'm going to try to go ahead and pull some tarot cards so we can sit here and get a little bit more information and see what the universe come up and bring for us. Hey everybody. So of course this is the tarot section of the sextile guidance reading. We're going to start off with getting oracle cards. Let's get some characteristics, right? That's what we're going to start off with. We're going to get two cards with some characteristics that's going on. I'm going to do this reading here. I hope everybody has enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed doing it. And thank you for watching. Thank you for visiting Miss Peaches. Alright. Got my old head name going on. Hey universe. I'm here with the tarot part for my YouTube video on sextile guidance. I have two oracle cards for the characteristics for how this energy will be influencing us. One more card. I'm going to make this a fun tarot reading too. That was two. I have one more, please. That was three cards. Alright, here we go. So let's start off with some characteristics, right? We have potential and we have transitional. So in these characteristics right here, right? It's saying you're really thinking about growth and opportunity. It could be growth and opportunity in a love relationship.
And this love relationship could be like you raising kids, okay, and you wanting them to be something that's where the potential is at in the transition. The transition to be like, what age is your kid? When do you start sitting back and making that friendship transition? When you like, it would be a stage of mimicking. For example, I believe we all come from source, right? But in the process, source give us parents. And these two people get together and conceive us, whether they go to a sperm donor, adoption agency, or whatever. We have been delivered into this world with two people. So we transitioning and getting molded to the earth elements to fit in. Like our flesh, that's all of the earth. We have water going through us with our brain, with our blood cells and urine and all of that kind of stuff. We have air going through us with our logic. Our nervous system start working. We have fire going through us from our heart that's pumping, or we could talk from the solar plexus that's inside of us. These things is growing inside, all from the ether in the air or source, whichever way we want to say it. So there's a transition that goes on. And then when you begin to become more conscious, you're being taught who is these people that you've been looking at the whole time. Your brain begins to transition away from the before life into the afterlife. Okay, you're having your death transition go as you living. You have thoughts, cognitive that's going on, and these people, as your vision, like they say, I forgot how many months or weeks it takes for a baby to truly get vision. But their eyes is open and they smiling. The air, I guess you could say, by the tone of the voice. Now, how that voice is really going inside somebody and how it sounds to that baby doesn't mean that that baby is still not with the ancestors that helped them transition through. So that's what potential and transition would kind of meet at the same time, right? Now, of course, all of us right now is saying, majority of us should be saying we at a certain age right now. So we into what is our potentials? How do these potentials lies? How do these potentials benefit us in everything that we are doing and expecting to do, right? So we're gathering information. So say if you're like 25 years old and watching this, you might already be like a successful influencer on one of these websites, but it still might be something that you missing, or maybe you still is in a competitive mode to increase. What is this transition period for you, right? So these is kind of like the characteristics that is coming upon us right now, right? So now let's go into it a little bit deeper and get some more oracle cards here, okay? Now, with this energy here, with this sextile, let's go deeper, right? What are some situations with this energy? Give us the story plot here. Give us the main thing, the main focus here. I'd like one card right now for this video. Alright, now I have one oracle card here to go with this reading. Alrighty. So we have the raging fight, right? So we have a situation, we have a blockage that's somewhere that might be here in our life, right? Whether, let's see, say that you're going, you could be in your 30s. You want to go back and get your degree. But at this present time, you like, I could tell you some of these programs, like the same program ain't that beneficial for people, to be honest. It's not really helping low-income people. It's only helping people who got money that can't afford it. So, say that you got people that's around that's been telling you about how loans work, and you're going through this process and you're like, man, this is my whole life. Like, I'm passionate. I want this degree. So, how far is these Pell Grants and going to take me right here? What schools should I choose? So, the potential energy here in this raging fight is all the opportunities. It's so many schools. You got schools overseas. You have schools in the United States. You just have schools everywhere. But everywhere might not offer your major that you want to go in. But let's say 45% of the colleges do offer your major. A common major people go in is an IT field. So IT is everywhere. And so you're into this IT field, and it's all these potential schools. So you're like, okay, you didn't come upon to decide on the school. And let's say fast forward time, let's say that you is now 1 year into your degree. This transitional energy been waiting here the whole time for you to transition into it. Now, the market is changing. The economy is changing. So in this transitional field, what are you going to do? Do you want to take this as accomplishment, as knocking it off your bucket list and continue in the profession you have? Do you want to take this and help educate and guide your grandkids? It's many a different ways, but what is this transition going to offer, right? So let's talk about it. Now, let's talk about, from an angle, Pluto is sextile. Let me say it this way. The North Node is sextile with Pluto. So, this North Node is striving at this angle with Pluto, right? So sextile is supposed to be 60 degrees. Say we at 111 degrees that's here, right? Let's get a divination card up here. May I have one oracle card here for this reading, please? One oracle card at this time for this reading. I'm going to come back and get another one. I just want one right now. So, here go Pluto. Pluto, like, with this North Node energy, right? And it's sextile. So let's say it's at the 4% on the 27th. So on the 27th at 4%, Pluto is like, around in 2030, we got this technological thing that's going to come out. And in the midst of it coming out, let's see here why the sun is in Aquarius, and I'm right next to, I'm in Aquarius with the sun, right? And on the 26th, right, the North Node is sextile with the sun. So let me see here and give this person these bright ideas, right? To carry this whole situation, through 2030. So you get this, Pluto giving you the divination of the messages, right? So then, let me get one card. So may I have a card to represent Venus energy up in here too? May I have one card to represent Venus? So Venus is having a sextile with Uranus, but the thing is, by February, Venus is also in Pisces, and there's going to be a new moon in Pisces on February the 1st, right? So let's get Venus up in here on this transitional card. I had an allergy attack before I came up here. Okay, so Venus is like, ha ha. You know what I'm saying? During this new moon, right? Venus coming up in here with a little bit of illumination, right? So this is the energy that's going to give you the idea of choose the school and all that good stuff, right? You is on your way to the process. Venus is going to have you so comfortable, so excited about this big decision that you were sitting here trying to make the whole entire time. It's going to make you feel so good, right? Now, can I have a card for Mars? Because Mars is sextiling with Uranus, right? So, here we go. We're going to have a book of knowledge. So, this is where all the people in your transitioning period, because all of these cards going to be here. They're going to be your alchemy to make this transition. Not only that, this is where all the potential going to come from too. So, in this whole process right here, right? You got the book of knowledge. So all this is where different people is going to be coming around, and you will be able to see it. Maybe say that it's on, I don't know. It's different percents and it's different hours. Let me just stay with the 4% instead of trying to remember everything by hand right now. So I believe the 4%, and it had 3 hours, right? So in this book of knowledge right here, you're going to have so many people that's supposed to support you, don't support you, that got all the brainiac ideas in this book of knowledge when it comes to Mars and the sextile with Uranus. So on 4% of it, different people are going to have their opinions, right? So in this opinionated stage, let's get some tarot cards over here for the potential cards for a little bit, right? To keep our story going. Alright. May I have four tarot cards? I'm over here saying oracle. May I have 4 tarot cards to talk about potential as it relates to the oracle cards that already came out in this video reading here with the sextile energy. So like I said in my videos, I have different percents in everything. Let me pull my book out real quick while I'm shuffling the cards. I had a card already flipped over. Let me turn this over and shuffle this one more time. May I have 4 cards, please, for potential. Let's dive deeper into potential. 2 more cards, please. Ooh. I know, this is a good story. But we only need 2 more. 2 then came out. We just need 2 more cards. Alright, one more. One more to go. Alrighty. Nice. Okay. So the 9 of Cups came out sideways. So we're talking about in a sextile way, right? Because the lines is going different ways. We had diagonal, horizontal, and vertical. That's all up in the sextile, right? So we had a 9 of Cups. So in this whole thing of the 9 of Cups is like when, say on the 29th, right, you make this big decision. Chiron is sextile with the moon, right? And the moon is in Aquarius at the beginning of the new moon stage, right? So in this little silent period of time of these 9 of Cups, and then when this book of knowledge is hitting, right, because Mars and Uranus retrograde is going on, and then you be talking about having a 14% percentile, right? So these people that's bothering you is only 14% of your 9 of Cups decision. And within that 14% of that 9 of Cups decision, right, you still have the messages of your goals, right? You still gonna have the illumination of who really got my fucking back. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to all of this, that 14% is you're gonna be investing time and evaluating who is your surrounding people that's around you, who is really trying to help you out, who benefiting you. Now, it's only going to make sense to you because it's your life, right? It doesn't mean for the universe, in a sense, right, with these cards, it doesn't mean that it matters that much to them as much as the end goal matters, right? And then we have the 5 of Wands that's here. So nothing is coming easy at all. So let's say that we on the 30th right now, right? And on the 30th, there's a 7% that's right there. And during this 7% that's right there, you're going to have 42 minutes of a situation that's going to feel like it lifted up. Like all the pressure is gone, whether you made the decision to just continue to follow your dreams, to have what you want, to stand your ground. And those 42 minutes right there is going to count for a whole entire life of everything that's going on. And that's why the 5 of Wands is here, because 42 minutes seems so short, but the intensity and the effect of that 7 degrees going to mean so much at that period of time, right? And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is probably going to be more around because on the first, like I said, the new moon phase is still going on. And Pisces is going to be kicking in at that time. And Venus is there. Neptune is there. Saturn is there. All of those planets is there. And they, in the midst of it, you have Chiron that's sextiling the sun. So you're going to have your little solar flares that comes off on February the 1st, right? That gives you this fermentation of cleaning up things, or either getting frustrated, or either coming consciously aware. It's really based on how sensitive and how empathic you are to receive a message, how your intuitive side, whichever one fits more better. This is where your intuitive side and everything going to be more of a chatterbox by February the 1st. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Everything is in action. So your end goal of graduating is now there for the grabs. And that's where the potential comes in at, right? Because now you done made everything potentially grabbable for you. So now you got the effects of your ego, your attitude, how confident you are, how you feel about education. Are you frustrated? You didn't anticipate these classes to be this way. All of these challenges is now about to manifest into the potentiality that's all here. Okay? They are going to be coming your way. Now, there's many different ways that you could use this, whether you're trying to figure out your current situation, you have your natal chart. You could do many different comparisons from this little information with houses and everything else, just to seek different answers as you travel through this energy that's going on here. For sure. Okay? So, on the first, it's 18%. That's the biggest percent. And the most common thing is the fact Venus and Mars. And not only that, the North Node also has jumped back into the Aries Libra a little bit right here. And while this energy is going on, Mars and Pluto are very entitled at this present time. And based on how you accept your position, how you within loving yourself also determines a lot of this, right? So off of this energy here, let's get a few more oracle cards before I wrap it all up, right? I'm about to wrap this video up. Alright. What is the future objective here in this story for the universe? What would the sextile be trying to accomplish within and without, as above and so below? We have the Sandman, right? So in this energy right here, we're talking about an architect, somebody who's a dream weaver, okay? Somebody who's going to put things together. It's a whole project. It's a whole agenda that's going on. And then we have the warrior, right? Which goes great with the raging fights. That's the shadow card here, right? The shadow card to the situation that we've been talking about is the unconscious fight. And it is the unconscious fight. It's the things in the universe where even if you're developing your gift right now, say that these cards came out because you're developing your gift. So you could be at a point in time, depending on what type of gift you like to classify it to be, or talent you classify it to be. It could be a deep acceptance stage that's going on. It could be something in your acceptance stage that you could be madly in love with somebody. You could be dating somebody for 5 years. And this relationship is about to crumble because that person do not fit it. It don't fit where you want to go at. So now you confronting your own self on how strong can you transition. What do you want? And of course, you're inside, you like, I want the person that I fell in love with. Make it make sense that you done gave me the person I was supposed to fall in love with, and then you're going to tell me that this person don't walk the whole path that, when it comes to it, this person don't walk the whole path at all for me. You want me to actually believe that this is some positive energy. You want me to actually believe that y'all have my back. Right? And so you and the universe is both warriors. Just off of the book knowledge. And the universe is like, I didn't tell you that this person was supposed to be part of your path. You asked me who was the person that you was in love with. So that's when the candle and the message, Venus and Pluto, gonna come in together. While Mars got you right here, all up in this energy, right? Mars got you all distorted. Mars and Uranus sextile got you all distorted. Here go Venus, right? That's with Uranus. And the North Node and Pluto sitting here chilling. It's like, no, this person is who you did fall in love with. But now you have a gift. And this is the part in y'all relationship where time jumps. Time going to jump within the transitional part of this, right? Even the name goes great, Spinderella. It's going to be a time jump. That is the person you is in love with. But at the same time, that is not the person you was in love with when your gift came in place. This person might not don't even know who that person is with that gift. And then probably if you stay long in this relationship, the person going to be like, you done changed. And you're going to be like, and it stayed the same. But when they say that through the messages and illumination, right? They showing your partner the change that you refuse to resist in. And in love, we have mirror effects. That other person is showing us a part of our side that we do reject. And sometimes we don't understand that love language all the time. It's not every book that tells us about this love language. But the universe is using that person that you love to edge you on for something else. Now, it doesn't mean that y'all can't be friends or can't reunite. But if they seen a change and you don't feel you changing, that change is meant to happen. The love that you want and the reason why you met will come later as you walk away. And that's where that potential is at. And when you're talking about that Nine of Cups coming out sideways, right? Because it doesn't make sense. It don't feel positive. They don't supposed to be a positive outcome of a relationship hurting in the now, in the moment of time, as you're experiencing it in real life. And then that Five of Wands is here, talking about, hey, you got to get on course. And then the shadow card here for the tarot cards, there we go, the Two of Swords. Both of the examples actually work. You know, conflict and confusion on destiny and how things is meant to be is very unique and unusual. But we're into a new age era, mindfulness. And with this mindfulness energy, it's making you mindful of what love is all about. And first of all, to have the purest love, which you might not want to feel when you're in a good relationship, right? Oh, the card fell. What card revealed itself? The Seven of Swords. So it's going with my story, right? So, they is really talking, my spirit guides. That's the Sun card. No, that's Death. Okay, got the Major Arcana right here. So, I mean, my cards is talking on their own. They're just falling out my hand and y'all witnessing. So in the transformation process of things, it doesn't mean that person can't come back. It just means that you need this solitary to understand your talent and your gift. Okay? Even if you were sitting here going to school, you still got a transformation of a decision to make. It's so many things that have these potentialities that leave us there and wonder what is the basis. You know, in mindfulness is always a basis of searching for or creating this positive environment. And some places will teach you how to cope with negativity. And more mindfulness actually teach you how to psychologically place your mind in a peaceful environment. And it kind of sometimes could overlap with the things that we do not desire, or we desire these things but don't understand the process within the desire. And that's how certain things work in our life, right? And then the shadow card here for the characteristics is leadership. And leadership counts on both ways. You're making your decision to go to the school. You're taking the chance to be friends outside of the relationship and go through a self-discovery process that's going on here and everything else. And then the best magic of all that the sextile is using while the sun is in Aquarius is your aura. Your aura is what the universe is locating you by, helping you through every step of the way. Even if your aura is changing, it still gives us the communication of your rebellion, what you want to resist, what you're cooperating with, and everything else. So I hope this message helped you out for the weekly reading, and I hope it gave you great guidance. I wish you well on your journey. All of us have our own struggles. I'm always available for private readings. All my information is down in the description bar if you'd like to get in contact with me. Until then, I have enjoyed trying to express the different ways of sextile in a minimal way because, we are multifaceted people in the spiritual world. Many of us have many techniques that we desire to use to help anybody out. We are very colorful in creativity. And once again, I'm on social media. But I enjoyed it. Everybody, you take care and good night.